That is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life. Whether you have enough food and drink or enough clothes to wear. Isn't life more than food? And your body more than clothing? Hi, and welcome to another micro message. In this verse, Jesus is making reference to the last phrase of verse 24 when he says, you cannot serve God and be a slave to money. Now the concept here and what he's attacking is pretty much that being a slave. Because when you're a slave, you have a master over your life. You no longer have power over your life. No matter what you want or what you're trying to do, is what the master says, that's what you do. So your number one purpose in life is to please your master. It's kind of like an addiction. When an addiction comes into someone's life, the habit takes control of the individual. No matter how much they're trying to break the habit, the will for that is no longer there. And that's what Jesus is saying. And he's attacking some of the excuses that people bring when they don't want to serve God and they don't want to be. And the first thing that he's attacking, that he says, is when he says not to worry about everyday life. It's that worry, that concern that we have about our needs in our daily life, where that's going to come, the money and that concern and that worry. Well, here's 4 things that you need to understand. The number one thing is that Jesus, God himself, is the giver of life. The life that you have is coming from God. The health that you have is given by God. The job that you have is God's mercy in your life. And they said the 4th thing, they said you don't have health or you don't have a job right now. Well, the way how you surviving is God's mercy and provision over you. Every good thing that we receive is coming from God. That is the concept that we need to have. Now, when people are worried about everyday life, and I have people saying, Pastor, I cannot go to church. I have all these things that I need to do. And if I don't do it, who's going to do it for me? I cannot take time to pray and do all the stuff that you're asking because it's so hard. I have things to do. And we're so concerned, so worried about all the stuff that we're doing that we step away from God. That's why the second thing is more specific. It's talking about the fear that we have enough food or drink or enough clothes to wear. That is the fear. Are we going to have enough for all this stuff? To cover my body? To have enough for food? To drink? How am I going to be able to survive if I don't take the time? You see, there's an evil thought in that. When people work, you get paid for your time. And nobody works for free. You get paid because work is hard. So when you start to see the time that you're spending with God, rather than seeing it as an investment in your spiritual growth, in your relationship with God, and receiving from God, it becomes a wasteful time because you're thinking, well, I'm wasting my time because I'm not getting paid. My time has a value. Well, God's time also has a value. And the fact that the King of Kings is willing to come down and meet with us every day as we seek Him is something that we should consider. When we put ourselves greater than God, and when we put our value greater than the value of the time that we have with God, there is a problem in there because there's already a master that is minimizing God and is putting that our needs are the priority. That's why Jesus comes with the 3rd point, kind of trying to bring us into balance. And it's a question that is powerful. He says, isn't life more than food and your body more than clothing? You see, in this society, sometimes food is more important. The clothing is more important. That's why you have people killed for wearing a jewelry. Someone will come and rob them and kill them because they have a cell phone, a gadget that is more valuable than somebody's life or a pair of shoes. That is the reality. We're living in a world that is corrupt, that is destroyed. And this question is coming to us to reflect in how am I relating to money? How am I relating to my job, to the things, the possessions that I have? And how am I related to God Himself? Let us consider this reflection and ask ourselves, what is more important? The body? The life that we have? And God is giving us His time. Let us seek God today with the right mind. And let us pray that this question will help us to bring balance into our life. May the Lord bless you.